Just announced at Team Mazda. From now through the end of the month, get 0% financing up to 63 months on a new Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-50. You choose, and for a limited time, get 0% financing on your new Mazda. Right now at Team Mazda on Airline.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for 9 News Now. I'm Tisha Powell. Lawmakers are back at the state capitol today to change next year's election dates. This is a live look at the session right now. Lawmakers will be pushing back the April primary election 1 month as the state waits on the Supreme Court to rule on Louisiana's congressional maps. If the High Court rules that the state's maps are illegal, the election delay will give lawmakers enough time to come back early next year to redraw the maps before then. The special session is expected to wrap up before November. We will have more on this in our later newscast. This man is locked up after a deadly shooting. We alerted you too about the shooting last night at some apartments along Long Ridge Avenue near South Sherwood Forest. Baton Rouge police say Joshua Richardson turned himself in. He is accused of shooting Robert Detrigue after an argument. He died at the scene. Richardson is facing a murder charge. 2 Baton Rouge men are locked up accused of a deadly shooting in Maringouin that left a teen dead. Darian Rogers and Daquan Causey are both in the Iberville Parish Jail on charges for murder, attempted murder, and armed robbery. You may remember the shooting happened last week at the Ridgewood Apartments. 17-year-old Darian Scott was killed. He was a high school senior in the Iberville Parish school system. The other victim was a 19-year-old. He is at home recovering. Just ahead, a check of your evening forecast with Jeff Morrow. Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a look at our Sky 9 camera. A really nice looking Thursday. Jeff, I took a walk outside and it was so pleasant. I wish we could just bottle this up.
I know. It would be picture perfect weather if we could keep this all year long. Unfortunately, we are going to see some changes as we get into the weekend. Rain returning to the forecast right now, though. Just high clouds right now over top of the skyline of Baton Rouge from our Sky 9 camera. You can see temperatures pretty comfortable at 80 degrees. That's the first time we've slipped into the 80s so far for today. Easterly wind at 8 miles per hour, so very comfortable afternoon, and we'll have a very comfortable evening ahead, whether that's Thursday high school football action or the opening night of the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s at 5 o'clock, and they're going to run until 10 o'clock for the fair. You can see temperatures dropping down to the low 60s by that point, so if you do have plans to be out later this evening, you may want to have the sleeves handy. A sweatshirt or a light jacket should be just fine. As we fast forward to Friday evening, things are looking pretty good for Live After 5 as well as for high school football action. Then you can see temperatures on Friday expected to top out in the low to mid 80s for a few neighborhoods, but it feels like temperatures expected to be right in line with the air temperature. And then as we get into the evening hours, temperatures starting to fall down through the 70s, eventually into the 60s. For Saturday and Sunday, though, rain makes a return. We're going to be dodging some raindrops. Everyone is going to get wet at some point Saturday and Sunday, more so Sunday morning probably than any other time frame. Potential is going to be there for some heavy rainfall, upwards of 1 to 2, even 3 inches of rain in some spots. And we could see 1 or 2 strong storms possible kind of Saturday into Sunday. Here's a look at futurecast as we kind of fast forward you through the rest of today into tomorrow. You can see the weather expected to remain quiet, but there's our disturbance off towards the west, and it is going to be moving towards our area as we move through the day on Saturday. So this will be the first wave of showers and storms that is expected to roll into our area as we get towards mid to late morning hours and eventually into the early afternoon. You'll note we may get a break in the rains as we look towards mid to late afternoon hours, at least according to this model of Futurecast. But you can see another round of heavier showers and storms starts to move in Sunday morning. That'll continue to push through as we go into late Sunday morning into early Sunday afternoon. Tisha?
Jeff, thank you. Happening today, the Greater Baton Rouge State Fair is back. They have all kinds of fun attractions and events, including a Lego build competition, a petting zoo, and Swifty swine racing, as well as live music and Over 100 options for food. Tickets for opening night are $10 and $15 for a wristband. The State Fair will run for the next 2 weeks through November 2nd through 5th to 5 to 10 on weekdays and noon to 10 on weekends. There, we got it. Thank you for joining us for 9 News Now. We'll be back at 4 o'clock.
It's tailgating season at Team Toyota, where you can get a new 25 Tacoma 4-wheel drive for just $279 a month, or get 1.75% for 72 months on a new 25